Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the Daily Newspaper Analysis. Today we are back with the following list of topics to discuss. So let's start. The first topic saying about the GDP growth to 6.5% in 2023-24 survey. So recently we have seen that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tabled India's annual pre-budget economic survey 2023 in Parliament. The economic survey has pegged India's GDP growth at 6 to 6.8% for financial year 2024. So under the baseline scenario. So in this recent times, it would see that this would be the slowest in 3 years and nominal growth is likely to be projected at 11% for this respective financial year. So therefore, today, India to remain the fastest growing major economy in the world and with 6.8% inflation for current fiscal is not high enough to deter private consumption or low enough to weaker investments. So therefore, Finance Minister Sitharaman ji has tabled this survey with a GDP growth for current financial year at 7%. Okay. So therefore, today we could see that we have tried to maintain our economic system balanced well so that we could because we have seen in the recent times that दो हम लोग का यहाँ पे कोविड आया था कोविड आने के बाद हम लोग का यहाँ पे कोविड टाइम में जो हम लोग का निगेटिव ग्रोथ रेट चला गया था तो आज ये टोटली एक स्टेबल बेस में हम लोग का है अभी ठीक है तो दिस इज बेसिकली सेड अबाउट द जीडीपी ग्रोथ व्हिच इज recently done in the respective survey. Okay, so of the proper analysis of the survey as well as the economic survey, so we will directly come up with a new video, okay, where all the things will be properly discussed and will be clearly to you and will be clearly explained to you. Okay, chalo. India's out of pocket expenses. So today we could see that recently even the national institution or the national health accounts reported that the government has increased the expenditure on health, making the decline of out of pocket expenditures to 48.48% in 17-18 to around 64.2% in 2013-14. So आज यहाँ पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि हम लोग का यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा गवर्नमेंट के तरफ से इन्वेस्टमेंट किया जा रहा है so as to reduce the out of the pocket expenses what we can see with respective to the countrymen. So the National Health Resource Center where it tells about the increase in the share of government health expenditure in the total GDP has nearly increased manifold. Okay, तो आज गवर्नमेंट इतने सारे करने के बाद भी आज भी हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स लेके आए हैं उसमें आउट ऑफ पॉकेट हेल्थ स्पेंडिंग इज स्टिल हाई डिस्पाइट गवर्नमेंट चिपिंग इन. तो आज भी गवर्नमेंट का जितना भी एडिक्वेट सप्लाईज है वो इतना अच्छा नहीं है ना कि वो अच्छे से जा पहुंच पा रहे हैं. तो दैट इज द मेन concerns today that we can see with respective to these out of pocket expenditures. So therefore, to bring down the cost beyond a few islands of excellence such as the AIMS, investments in other medical colleges shall be encouraged to possibly bring down cost and ramp up quality of health services. So also emphasizing on public-private partnerships in other clinical procedures and hospitals, and also leveraging private sector expertises in the vaccination drive for a quicker and successful achievement of the target is a necessity of the hour. So to prepare the existing healthcare workforce to provide the people to propose healthcare facilities, it is important to give significant attention to their training, reskilling, and knowledge upgradation. Okay, so that is with respect to this news that came around in today's Hindu. So next, the funding and demand for this MG Narega. So we have already discussed about this Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So recently, why is in news? Because the economic survey of 2022-23 showed that 6.49 crore households demanded work under this MG Narega scheme. And according to the survey, the program had a positive effect on household income, agriculture productivity, and expenditures for the production. So it therefore added with this help with income diversification and infusing resilience into rural livelihoods. Okay, so therefore today we have seen that the significance of the MG Narega to rural employment is very much okay. So we could see that this program was useful not only by the rural workers but also for the migrant workers even during the time of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so studies have provided empirical evidences to support the assertion that earnings received under MG Narega program help cover 20 to 80% of the income lost as a result of lockdown. Okay, so that was basically seen with respect to this MG Narega. Okay, next, COVID-19 impact on students' reading skills. So we have seen that COVID-19 has nearby impacted every school students in their learning or in the skills that they are learning from the respective schools. So according to a given study, 11% of the Indian children in class 3 lack basic mathematics skills when compared to the global benchmark proficiency level. And this was revealed in the National Report on Benchmark for Oral Reading Fluency with Reading Comprehension and Numeracy 2022 on National Council of Education Research and Training Center. Okay, so therefore today, if we need to have a good competency, we need to have a good understanding, we need to have language proficiency, we need to have foundational numeracy. Therefore, the government approaches as well as the even the teachers as well as the parents guidance towards such number of skills is very much required so as to make a holistic approach towards making students understand about the skills to solve maths or to solve any number of problems that they are encountering during their studies. Okay, so उसी के बारे में यहाँ पे डिस्कस किया गया था कि how the data has revealed certain number of educational understanding reports. Okay, next पे आते हैं lastly, solar energy is not the best option for India. So it's basically saying about the advantages and the disadvantages of having the solar energy for a country like India. So today we have seen that we have got these two methods of energy resources. One is the renewable, one is the non-renewable. Okay, so today we know that solar energy directly means harnessing of radiant light and heat from the sun using different evolving technologies such as solar heating, solar thermal, photovoltaics, etc. And we all know that it is the cleanest and the most abundantly available source of energy to the earth. Okay, so therefore today, if solar energy is a natural and freely available source of energy, and therefore we have seen that it is directly the cleanest of all forms of energy, where it does not emit any greenhouse gases that cause global warming. So now we have seen that there are various number of disadvantages with respect to solar energy. The main disadvantage of solar energy is that it is dependent on seasons and weathers. Okay, and hence they cannot produce energy during bad weather conditions in rainy seasons or at nights. Also, the initial cost are very high as of now, so they are not affordable. Also, solar energy storage is expensive. It's a space intensive method, and solar energy production is strictly non-polluting. Transportation and installation of solar systems are associated with some of the GHG, that is the greenhouse gases emissions. Okay, so therefore today we can see that for a country like India, where we have much more focus towards non-renewable sources of energy, it will be very much difficult for a country like India for going ahead with the option of solar energy in the coming future. So that is the relevant facts that have been discussed in this respective editorial. Okay, so we have these 5 MCQs. Please do attempt these MCQs and do join our Telegram as well as WhatsApp channel for further updates. So that's all for today. Thank you and Jai Hind.